Welcome to the mathematics lesson. Today we are going to learn about exponents. In this lesson you will talk about the definition of exponents, the laws related to exponents, and difference between product law and quotient law, and you also take some key points. The lesson objectives. Now, what is exponent? An exponent is a way to represent large number using powers. For instance, multiplying 2 by itself 4 times can be written as 2 raised to 4. Now, if you look at this example here, x raised to n is in the power form. It represents x times x times x, and this dot dot dot, we do not know what is the value of n, hence it is written as dot dot dot. So therefore, unless we know the value of n, let's say the value of n is 5, so which means x is raised to 5. This means that x is multiplied 5 times or repeated. X is being repeated 5 times. If x is raised to 3, it means x is being repeated 3 times. So here you will see that we have a base and it is raised to a exponent. So x is known as base and the n is known as exponent. So if you want to read, it is read as x to the power of n or x raised to n. So you see here power. So here for x raised to n, we call it as power of x. Now I'm sure you understood the pattern here. So if I have 7 raised to 3, what would this term be called as? So it is power of, yes, good, 7. And if I have to represent or expand this, it means we will write it as 7 times 7 times 7. So the exponents, if it is a whole number, if it is a natural number, it talks about it tells us how many times the base is repeating. Now, how do you represent? Base here is repeated how many times? So the exponents will direct us. Now what is being repeated is the base. So if you look at the first example, 3 times 3, this is equals to 3 raised to 2. So the 3 is being repeated 2 times. Similarly, negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. So you see that negative 2 is being repeated. So repeated how many times? 3 times. Of course, you have to write this in bracket, because it's when you write negative 2 raised to 3, this would be negative 2 times 2 times 2. So this 3 is raised to number 2, so which means only 2 will be repeated 3 times, whereas this exponent negative is coming only once. However, in this above example, you will notice that negative is coming along with 2 3 times, so that's why it has to be covered by the bracket. Then you have an example here, 1 over 5 is being repeated 4 times, and this is how you represent. So you will say 1 over 4 is raised to 4, or 1 over 5 is raised to 4, or 1 over 5 is 1 over 5 to the power of 4. Now let's go to laws of exponent. In this lesson, we will talk about product law and quotient law. Now, before going to what exactly that those laws are, let's talk about product. What do you mean by product? So when I multiply 2 times 3, for example, the product we get is 6. So if you have noticed what I said, product is the result when you multiply. Similarly, quotient is also the result, but result when you divide. So let's say 10 divided by 2. The quotient is 5. So quotient is the result when you divide, product is the result when you multiply. So under exponent laws, product law means it has to be something with the result when you multiply, right? So as you are thinking, of course you are correct. So product law means when you multiply two same powers, you can directly conclude it or combine it by writing ones and adding the exponents. So if you look at this example, 2 is raised to 3 times 2 raised to 4 is equal to 2 raised to 3 plus 4, which is 2 raised to 7. Hence, if you have 5 raised to 2 times 5 raised to 7, you know what to do, right? So it is product of same powers here. So 5 and 5 are same powers, so power of 5. Then they are being multiplied, so you apply the product law, which says that you have to add the exponent. So it is 2 plus 7 is 9, so 5 raised to 9. Then we have quotient law. So quotient means when you divide, right? So the situation is a bit same. So you are taking a raised to r divided by a raised to s, which is a raised to r minus s, or a raised to r over a raised to s. Again, it's a raised to r minus s. So if you look at the example here, 3 raised to 8 divided by 3 raised to 6. So 3 is raised to 8 minus 6, which will result in 3 raised to 2. Now, when you are using product law, 2 raised to 5 times 2 raised to 3 is 2 raised to 5 plus 3, which is 2 raised to 8. However, if you do not use product law, it doesn't mean that we will not get the result. The definition says that 2 raised to 5 means 2 is being repeated 5 times. And this multiplication is coming here. 2 raised to 3 means 2 is multiplied 3 times. So if you open the bracket, you will notice that 2 is being multiplied 8 times. So which shows that even without using the product law, you get the same answer. Hence proving that our product law is correct. Now in part B, it is saying find the possible ways to write 3 raised to 8. So we can use product law. So when we have same powers and they are being multiplied, the exponent has to be added. So 7 plus 1 is 8, 6 plus 2 is 8, 5 plus 3 is 8, and 4 plus 4 is 8. Now some advanced level question here. 3 raised to x times 3 raised to 3. Multiplying the same power, applying product law, so x plus 3. Two exponents will get added, right? Then when you have 3 raised to x equal 3 raised to 5, since we have same base and they're equal, the exponents should also be equal. So hence x plus 3 should also be 5. So what should be added to 3 so that the result will be 5? So of course it should be 2, right? So hence proving that your x value is 2. We can verify by 3 raised to x times 3 raised to 3 is equal to 3 raised to 5. So applying the product law here, the exponents, so we already got the value of x as 2. So the exponents will get added, hence resulting in 3 raised to 5. The quotient law is the opposite, just in operation, and the explanation is same. So 2 raised to 5 divided by 2 raised to 3. Quotient law says that the exponents will be subtracted, hence resulting in 2 raised to 2. Now without quotient law, 2 raised to 5, by definition it means that 2 is repeating 5 times. Then division comes here. 2 raised to 3 means multiply 3 times. So you notice that 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 divided by 2 times 2 times 2. So 3 cancels, so you are left with 2 raised to 2. So which is the same answer we got when applying the quotient law. Now if I have to find the possible ways of writing 5 raised to 8, same powers, operation division, exponents will get subtracted. So 8 minus 0 is 8. 9 minus 1 is 8. 10 minus 2 is 8. Similarly, 5 raised to 8, you use the same power. The exponent has to be subtracted. So maybe if I take 12, which means I have to subtract 4 to get my value of 8. So this is how it becomes a possible way to represent 5 raised to 8. So now you can try giving me some more ways and put up in the comment section so that I can review it. An advanced level question here again. So you have here 2 raised to 8 divided by 2 raised to negative x, which is equals to 2 raised to 10. So according to quotient law, it says that the exponents has to be subtracted. So 8 minus the exponent here is negative x. And since the base are equal, the exponent has to be equal. So 8 plus x is equal to 10. So what should be added to get your value 8? So 8 plus 2 will give me 10. So that's how you discover that x is 2. Or you can use the transfer method. So as you transfer 8 to the other side, positive 8 will become negative 8. So 10 minus 8 is 2. So the value of x is 2. And these are some of the questions you can solve to check your understanding. Make sure to put up these answers in the review comment section so that I can review or discuss with your friends. The difference between product law and quotient law. Now in explanation, product law combines the terms by adding exponents, whereas quotient law will combine the terms by subtracting exponents. Product law has the operation multiplication, whereas quotient law has division. The representation is a raised to m times a raised to n equals to a raised to m plus n, whereas a raised to m divided by a raised to n is equal to a raised to m minus n in quotient law. Under product law, the example is 4 raised to 5 times 4 raised to 2 equals to 4 raised to 5 plus 2, which is 4 raised to 7. Under quotient law, 3 raised to 5 divided by 3 raised to 2 is equal to 3 raised to 5 minus 2, which is equal to 3 raised to 3. Some takeaways would be the exponent of a number shows how many times a number is multiplied by itself. Product law states that when multiplying two powers with the same base, you can simplify by adding their exponents. So here, a raised to m times a raised to n, we combine the terms and write it as a raised to m plus n. Quotient law states that when dividing two powers with the same base, you can simplify by subtracting the exponents. It is represented by a raised to r divided by a raised to s, which is equal to a raised to r minus s, or a raised to r divided by a raised to s is equal to a raised to r minus s. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this lesson.